What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I Crack Codes. In this video, guys, I want to talk about suffering and what does it mean to have to suffer, especially when it comes to sacrifice. A lot of people think that suffering is a part of sacrifice, right? Like, especially when it comes to like the vices that we talk about in these videos all the time. And when you guys see the backdrops like this on those thumbnails, you already know what time it is, right? Like, we're not talking about final expense sales. We're not talking about talk time and AP that we put up, right? I want this is really just going to be more about how to elevate yourself, how to elevate your mindset so that even if this final expense shit don't work out for you, you're still going to get value. You're still going to get value from my channel because I'm going to show you guys how to be the person that's going to be able to succeed in any industry that you guys want. You guys will be able to master any fucking thing you want once you learn how to master yourself. If you're wondering like, damn, why does this guy talk about addiction so much? Why does he talk about personal development? These are all the things that literally changed my whole life, bro. There's nothing else that I would want more for you, that you should want for yourself, than to elevate your own life and rid yourself of those vices and the things that you lean on as crutches. Now, by you leaning on those things, right? The sugar, the alcohol, the food, right? The anger, the excuses, the jealousy, whatever you consider yourself, substituting with an external from. Whatever your vice is, whatever you're addicted to, right? Like whatever your excuse is, becomes a part of you. And that's why it's so hard to freaking change, especially as like a new entrepreneur, right? There's so many different beliefs that we have to change. And you guys will notice that when you get into the industry, you have to think differently about time. Now you can't just say yes to everybody who wants to take your time. You are dedicated now to a new purpose in life, guys. Do you know how good it feels to literally know your purpose in life? Like, for me to say that just sounds fucking crazy. It's almost profound for me to just sit here and be like, dude, I know the purpose to life, right? But when you remove yourself from the equation, a lot of shit starts to become more clear. You're going to experience so much more clarity once you remove yourself from the equation. I know that sounds like woo woo, right? But it's the truth. And when you begin to learn to live for others other than self is when the self can then transcend. And it's crazy because all these other distractions that exist in this world, all these other things on earth that are literally meant to distract you, you guys are leaning on, and it's becoming a part of your identity. Like even with vaping, and it's just crazy, right? And so the reason that when you go to stop, and it's so hard to fucking change and it's so hard to stop, is because you're associating these things with a benefit. And that's why in the beginning of the video, I was talking about sacrifice and suffer. Those things don't go hand in hand. That's like one of the biggest misconceptions about, being able to elevate yourself away from vices, away from addiction, is that you have to suffer. Like, dude, you ain't gotta fucking suffer. Do you know how many times when I was a child, my mom, or I'll just say myself, I got in trouble and I was addicted to cigarettes since the age of 12, right? And I used to have to go to JDC like every other month. Long story short, I was on probation for like 6 freaking years as a child. And I would be in and out of this freaking JDC, 21 days here, 21 days there, 15 days here, right? And I was addicted to cigarettes just like a fucking regular ass adult, bro. But every time I hit the back of that fucking van, shackled up, my brain said, dude, you ain't getting a cigarette. Ain't no point in even thinking about it. And just like that, boom. Soon as I accepted that shit, bro, nothing. No pangs, no withdrawal. Like, I didn't want it. But if I was never exposed to that level of adversity, I would have never even known that it was possible to stop smoking or just stop anything, right? Without having to suffer, right? Most people only suffer in their imaginations, right? Most people will suffer when they fear an outcome. So you sit here and you conjure up these imaginary things in your mind, and then you suffer, and then that thing never happens, so you suffered for no reason, right? a lot of unraveling gets done when you're able to attack those beliefs with logic. And that's what I was able to do. If you guys know anybody who's struggling with addiction, like I scathed by with the opioid epidemic, right? So many of my friends are dead. So many of my friends are in fucking prison. My family, dead. Family, prison, right? Select few were able to make it out of that. I, by the graces of God, was blessed. I didn't have to deal with it, but I'm saying that because I can help you. And if you have somebody that you love who you want to share this video with, they need help dropping the weight, they need help taking accountability for their life, right? You want to help them, send them my way, dude. They don't always have to go into our program. We don't have to do the telesales deal, right? It doesn't always have to be, paying money for coaching or fitness or anything like that. A lot of you guys just need somebody to hold you accountable and tell you exactly what it is, right? So guys, send them our way. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, drop a comment, shoot me a DM. I'm really just looking to change your guys' life on a whole nother level. All right, let's get it.